Today we're going to talk about Matthew chapter 2. I have some reflections that I'd like to share with you. So what sticks out to me about this chapter is that Herod was an insecure, irreverent, and power-hungry ruler. He was obviously threatened by the idea of the king of the Jews coming and overthrowing him, so he set out to have Jesus killed prematurely. I love that God intervened, giving clear instructions to Joseph and the wise men regarding what they should do. I'm also glad they obeyed. Truthfully, I believe that it was by the very grace of God that they obeyed, since it had been predestined for Jesus to be raised up as the Messiah and slain for our sins later on in the story. Jesus is the Son of God. It has been proven that he existed. Some people say he was only a prophet, but history will prove, by way of this passage, that he was validated supernaturally by God. It's easy to trust an omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent God. He is the creator of the past, present, and future. Therefore, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. You may ask yourself, if God is such a sovereign and wise God, why would he make it so that Herod would want to kill Jesus? Or why would God make Jesus be born somewhere that he would be in danger of being killed? The truth is that Jesus wasn't going to be killed. Instead, he was going to lay his life down at his own accord, as John 10:18 states. Sometimes God has to use very human things like fear to move human beings into doing exactly what they need to do so that his will can be done in their lives. Now, I'm not saying that God manipulates people with fear. I'm saying that Herod was fearful of losing his power, which led him to make certain decisions that contributed to the prophecies being fulfilled, like God calling his son out of Egypt, Rachel weeping for her children, and Jesus being called a Nazarene. This passage illustrates how even the evil or seemingly useless people in your life may serve a purpose in the grand scheme of things. James 4:14 refers to our life as being a vapor that appears for a little time and then vanishes. God's greatness and his great plan is far too elaborate for us to fully comprehend, and it includes more than just this vapor we call life on earth. This story teaches us that sometimes, as a result of you stepping into God's purpose for your life, undesirable and uncomfortable shifts may take place. Events may also arise that could be less than favorable. These things happen as a result of hell raising up against you for having the audacity to walk in agreement with the Lord. But other times, it may very well be the will of God for difficult things to occur as his way of shaping us into something better. I hope you enjoyed my reflections from Matthew chapter 2. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, feel free to drop one down below and I'll be sure to get back to you. Stay tuned because Matthew chapter 3 is on its way. All right, see you around.